Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream. Hello. Just a second, let me just quickly kind of arrange some stuff here and there and then we can actually get started. Alright, cool. So, today we are gonna be creating a very fun project. As you can see, we are gonna be creating a tattoo app using Flutter. It's gonna be a cool video. I'm sorry, a live stream. And yeah, so I'm not some crazy expert with Flutter, but we'll figure out our way as we go. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun video. So I've just gone ahead and created a new Flutter project and I'm running it on the web. And the main reason is that if I would run an emulator along with running a live stream, then it would just get too crazy for my laptop to handle. And I have tried to record and do this, but it just wasn't working. It was getting a bit too laggy, and so I had to switch to the web version. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get rid of all of these comments because we're obviously gonna be starting from scratch. We don't need any of these things. So I'm just gonna quickly get rid of all of this. We don't need any of it. But yeah, but these days I have been creating a few apps. One of my apps is actually pretty cool. And I don't know if I will make a video on it or not, but yeah. So I just thought maybe if I could create something pretty basic with Flutter, it would kind of act as a proof of concept for all of you, just to show how the framework works and if it's any good for you. I personally love it. It's been a pretty good, like it's been almost a treat. However, I don't know if this experiment is gonna go well or not. Alright, cool. So here we go. As you can see, I've gotten rid of everything and all we have is just this. Awesome. So now we can actually get started. Perfect. So the first thing that we are gonna do now is just modify some of the UI related things. So the first thing is I obviously don't need this entire counter thing. So we can just get rid of this entire example, and we can also get rid of this, and we can also get rid of the entire floating action button, and we can also get rid of this. Perfect. And right now we can just return like a const, a text, and we can just say to do app. Alright, cool. And over here we can just change the title of this to do app. Perfect. Alright, and now if I just head on over here, it should say to do app. Alright, it is taking a second. There we go. As you can see, it says to do app. So the first thing that I want to do, at least right now, is I'm gonna just try to have this on the left and this on the right. See if how it looks. If I make this a little bigger, I think this is like this size is okay. Actually, you know what, let's just do it like completely like this, and I think I've got a better way. We can just style it to the left, and we can just style this to the right, and we can just reduce the size of this. Perfect. Cool. So now we can work on this. Awesome. So first of all, we don't just want this text to show up, so I'm just gonna get rid of this, and I think I'm just gonna return some padding, and we can add some padding. So I'm just gonna say padding edge insets dot all, just 10 pixels, and the child is going to be a column widget, So basically a column widget, you can add multiple widgets inside of it if you are familiar with Flutter. I'm pretty sure you know that. And why is this suggestion coming up? Alright, so all of the children are gonna be widgets, so we can just put in a child of widget. And for now we're gonna make it a const, because currently all of our widgets are gonna be are gonna be constants. Since where do you actually put the const? Alright, there we go. So now if I just end up adding a text over here that says hello, and if I can just go ahead and I can copy paste this like 3 times, and it should say hello thrice. So basically this is how Flutter works. It's just you place a bunch of widgets in the correct order and it works. So it's pretty cool that way. Perfect. As you can see, we get hello thrice. Awesome. So now what we are gonna do is we're actually gonna work on this. So let's actually first start designing the UI, and then we can move on to the functionality, because I like it better that way. Like currently we're just gonna add some bare bones UI, and maybe later on we will add some better UI. So I'm just gonna name it TODO app. I didn't think of any names before I did the stream, so that's why. So I'm just gonna add some styling. I'm just gonna add some very basic styling. So I'm just gonna add the text style. I'm gonna add some font size, because it's like the text is very small default, and it's not that great looking, so that's why. Alright, there we go. I feel like that's correct. So now if we just save this, we should actually get the text. Perfect. But currently, as you can see, the text is left aligned. I don't like that. So the way I like to do it is I just add some main axis alignment to my column, and we can just say main axis alignment on center. That should actually center the text that is inside the column. Basically center the widgets. It doesn't matter what widget it is. It could be a text, it could be a container, whatever it is. So now the text should be centered. Oh yeah, oh oops, it actually has to be cross axis alignment, not main axis alignment. I kinda alright, perfect. And I gotta make this a capital. Perfect, now it should work. Oh, okay, it doesn't. Well, I don't know why it doesn't work. You know what, I'm just gonna do it the simple way. I tried to be a bit fancy, but it didn't work. Maybe there's something that I don't know. I'm not that great with Flutter, to be honest. So I can just add a child, and it's gonna be this, and everything will work now. There we go. Everything is working. Awesome. Now just a second, guys. Let me just quickly just check on like my entire stream thing, cause I have been streaming for a little bit now, like a few minutes, and just want to see if everything is up to date. And yeah, so just a second. Alright, now why can't I actually view this? 1 second, guys, just a second. Okay, why can't I actually view my stream? Just a second, guys. Like, is it unlisted or something? I don't know. Just a second. Like, am I even live at this point? I don't know. 1 second. Okay, it is public, so it should have worked. Like, 1 second. What's the stream URL? if I could get the stream URL and I could just WhatsApp it to me, that would work. Customization, I guess. I don't know. Okay, my stream is live. I get that now. I got it. It just took a little while to update. I don't know why. Okay, I did get the mail that my stream was live, so I feel like everything is working. Okay, let's just click on it. Alright, there we go. I am on my video now. Just a second. Alright, okay, everything is working. Perfect. Alright, so we can continue now. Alright, so the next thing that we want to do is we want to add a button and a text input field to actually enter the to-do. So now what we're going to add is we're going to add a row widget, because the button and the text input field have to be on the same row. So that's why. But before that, I don't want it to kind of be stuck to the text widget. So I'm just going to add a little bit of padding. So, that would look a bit better. And I do like to have like at least a decent UI, even though I'm not much of a designer. Because commercially, if you look at it, like a bad UI, like even if you have all of the functionality, but if your UI is terrible, then no one's really going to be downloading your app. So I know that's kind of bad for all of you backend engineers and all of you guys out there, but still, you gotta add some front end. So we're just gonna add like a widget over here, just the same like the column. Now, as soon as you add a row widget, all of this you gotta change the constant to a normal thing. I didn't think we were gonna use it this early, so that's why I kept that. Now we can just add the const over there. Alright, cool. So now in here we're just gonna add a const. We're gonna add a text. Actually, first let's just add a text button. And I don't think we need the const. And we're gonna give it a few kind of parameters. The on press parameter, for now we can just say print out button pressed. I don't know, I mean, I'm just right now I'm just trying to test out this entire thing, so that's why. So we can just add a child. It's going to be a constant of a text. Add to do, we can just say that. So now if we just reload this, as you can see, we get this text button that says add to do. Perfect. So now if I just go ahead and look at my debug console, if you are running this through your VS Code, then you want to look over there. If you are running it through a terminal, you want to look over there. So now if I click on add to do, as you can see, it's actually having it's printing out button press. So you know that everything is working. Perfect. So now we know that all of our features that we have added till now are working. So now we can actually go ahead and add the text input field. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna Google how to add a text input field, because I don't exactly remember the code. So text input field in Flutter, and we can just go ahead and copy paste the code for it. So we don't want a text form field, we are just going for like a text field, because we are because it's nothing like, we don't have like some input form or anything like that. It's just like a to-do app, so we don't need the text form field. We can just go ahead and copy this, and we're just gonna quickly just tab over, and we have added like a pretty basic amount of input stuff. And the next thing that we're gonna do now is we're gonna head on over here, and we're gonna create a variable final to do controller is equals to text editing controller. In reality, what this is this can give us access to the actual text input field. So once we pass the to-do controller to our text input field, it can allow us to actually basically get different parameters and different things about the text input field, because right now it's just going to be like a text input field. You can't really do anything with it. but as soon as you pass the controller, you can do stuff with it. So now we can just head down back over to our text input field, and we can just pass in the controller to it, underscore to do controller. Cool. Awesome. And now we can just go ahead and make all of this a const. Oh yeah, actually I gotta do it to the input decoration. So now if you don't add the const, it's not gonna throw you an error, although it does give you that squibbly lines, which I don't really like to see. I like it to be as clean as possible, and that's why I just add the const, because even if a user looks at it, it kind of looks a bit better. So instead of enter a search term, we can just say enter to do, and now we can save this. It's gonna take a second, but all right. And okay, why don't we get anything? If I just comment this out, I guess I know what's up with this. I guess I actually need to add this in like a padding widget, something like that. I'm not very sure, but I guess I actually have to do that. So if I go ahead and add a child of a row, just add the row widget as a child, and add a padding, edge insets dot on 10. Maybe this could work. Just do this, and now let's, because otherwise we'll have to sacrifice on the UI a bit. I don't want to do that. Like, what's the issue? Can I just get rid of like this 10, make it 0? Maybe it could work like this. Well, alright, well, something's wrong, so I think I'm just gonna get rid of the row widget. We can just go ahead, we can look at the text widget, and we can get the text button widget. We can just gonna copy this, and we're just gonna get the padding widget that we have, and we're just gonna get rid of it, and we can just add our text field and our text button. Perfect, now it works. I don't know why it didn't work earlier. I'm no UI expert, so I really don't know why it wasn't working. If you are, then do comment down below, or post it in the live chat. Both of it can work. And right now, as you can see, I can enter a search term, and I can click on add to do. Obviously it doesn't do anything. Next thing that we need to do is we need to create a list of all of the to-dos. So we can just say list, I don't know, to-dos, and it's gonna be a type. Like, how do I create a list of a specific type? Alright, string. Perfect. So as you can see, now I have this list, and all we need to do is we need to go down, and whenever we click on the button, what I need to do is I just want to see a few things. So if the to do controller dot text and dot is not empty. So if the to do controller text is not empty, only then we want to do it, because I don't want to add blank to do's to my thing, because otherwise a person can just go ahead and spam it up, and I don't want that to happen. So we just add this little line. So if we click the button and that's the case, I just want to do this, and I don't want to clear it, I just want to do that. And that's literally all you need to do. Obviously it's not gonna work right now, it's not that simple. We are still needing to actually display the entire to-dos list that we have, but we are almost there. I'm guessing. Like, I didn't think this was gonna be that quick of a stream. I was expecting we'd run into a few errors along the way, because I really am not that great with Flutter. And yeah, so there we go. So as you can see, I get that now, and it's working. Cool. Now obviously you probably want to clear off the to do app thing. I'm pretty sure there's some way to do it. I think I'll Google it up later on, but not right now, because right now again I want to add the main functionality. Other things you can I can kind of add it a little later on, or maybe off stream, something like that. But these are like, I want to first add like functionalities that are actually very important to the entire app. So now I can just add some padding over here. So we already have, like, you could say 50% of the functionality in place. Now all we need to do is just display this, and then we'll be done. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. So now we can just kind of add a const over here. That should work perfect. Next thing that we need to do is we need to actually add an expanded, and in the expanded, now we are actually dealing with the entire displaying the list thing. So I think I'm gonna Google it up, because it's actually a little complex. So yeah, displaying a list in Flutter with list view dot builder. If you don't know how, I do know a little bit of Flutter, so that's why I know exactly what to search for. Alright, so the first thing is I just want to go over and look at this code. Okay, you know what, I'm not gonna do with this. I'm just gonna say displaying a list in Flutter, because I do know there's a very easy way to do it. I just do not remember that. Create list with different types of items. I guess it is that one. The Flutter docs are actually, they are kind of good. So if you want to use them, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it is this one. So it's list view dot builder. Okay, why is it taking so much of time to load this thing up? Let's just go down, see. Okay, so these guys have done it via list view, and I don't want to do it via list view. I want to do it via list view builder, so I'm just going to do it via that. Now where exactly have they done the list view builder thing? So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this entire list view builder thing. It's pretty basic stuff. Just copy that, head on over here and paste it. Pretty basic stuff. Alright, so now what we need to do is we're just gonna kind of indent this. I've actually turned off auto indent right now, because it kind of was annoying me while working with Flutter, so that's why I just turned it off. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is, instead of saying items.length, we are just gonna say todos.length, since we are getting the to-dos. And over here we can just say to-dos, and over here where we are actually returning the list title, we could actually just go ahead and return like some text, because I don't want to return it as a list title. Maybe if I just want to return it as some text, so I just want to return like some text that says oops, okay, something is fishy. Okay, there we go. And just do that, okay, maybe a semicolon, and we can just say, okay, why isn't this, okay, there we go. I feel like I just forgot to type for a second. Alright, and we can just return the item, and okay, I feel like everything is working. Let's save this, and let us see if it works. Alright, Okay, maybe I've like done something wrong with all of the padding and stuff. I seriously, like, I seriously, I'm not good with UIs. I have no idea how to deal with them. I feel like I need to wrap it inside an expanded widget. I have a feeling of that. I feel like I need to do that. So I'm just gonna wrap it inside an expanded, and I'm gonna take the entire list view builder, and I'm gonna put it inside this, make it a child of it. Now let's see. Okay, now it's working. So now I can enter to do, click on add to do, it shows up to that, and it shows up perfect. It is actually working. Awesome. As you can see, everything is working. We have our to-do list. To-do list. Yay. So yeah, there we go. As you can see, we have a very basic to-do list. You know what? Let's actually style it a bit. I can, cause this looks very bare bones. I don't like it that bare bones. We can just return a card, so it looks a bit better. Child of text, and just do that. Just add that, and just do that. Done. So that should actually improve our UI by like a bit, because now it should actually render like an actual card instead of just text. So now if I go ahead and enter do, so as you can see, with very little code, we actually managed to get a to-do list in place. So as you can see, now it's actually rendering this entire card. We can go ahead and give it a height and a width. Height 50. Okay, I know I need to kind of place it inside something. Maybe I need to put it in like a style thing. I have no idea how to do it, by the way. Set the height and width of the card. Okay, that's pretty cool. They also added the entire to do remove functionality. That is pretty neat. We could actually add that maybe. I could just make the child a row and make one of the child a text. Okay, now why is this an issue? Oh, oops. I gotta add the children. Widget text, and we can also add a text button that says like which on. I'm just gonna add a child of const text remove to do. This should basically remove the to do that we have. So on press set state to do's dot remove at index. I feel like that should work. I have no idea. Alright, so we can enter to do, remove to do, it goes away, we can enter it. Okay, now that is kind of screwed up because it's actually removing. So basically what's happening is if I enter a bunch of to-dos and if I click on that one, it's going from there. So I want to remove the to-do dot remove like how do I do that? Because each to do, because I can't also assume that each to do has the same content, like different content. So I can't even add index to remove to do add index. Like I have no idea how to do this. You know what, we can just get rid of it. I have no idea how to add that. So yeah, you know what, that's kind of like an exercise for you. If you can figure out how to add that, that's pretty neat. I don't know how to add like that entire to do remove. And you know, let's see if Copilot can figure it out. Add to do remove functionality, icon button, something. Well, it's not exactly working, right? Because even right now we are basically doing the same thing. We are removing the to do at that index, and it's basically gonna get the last index. What I want to do is I want to remove the to do of the index of the of that. So that's something. If I do that, click on add to do, this is what's happening. Now I don't want that to happen. I want, like, if I click on that, it should remove that to do. How can I do that? If I could just add to-dos dot remove, and if I could just go ahead and add the item, maybe that would work. I have no idea. So if I just add like ASD and ASDF, click on ASDF, okay, that works. But see, if now that's actually a bug, because if I do that, oh wait a second, no, that actually works. So if I create a bunch of these ASDFs, okay, so basically what's happening is if I go ahead and do GR and something like that, and now if I delete that, okay, I think it's working actually. 1 second. Why? Z. Alright, so it should get rid of this one. Okay, it works. Cool. Alright, so there are a few bugs, but this is kind of like the entire to do app. And we could add one more thing. We could just add a main axis alignment is going to be equal to the main axis alignment dot space evenly. You should see what happens when I do that. So if I save this, it's gonna be pretty cool. As you can see, I think with just 100 lines of code, we could get this to work. It's pretty neat, you know, the way Flutter works. And there we go. So as you can see now, it's all like center aligned, and so yeah, it's, you know, it's looking a lot better. And alright, so that is it for this live stream. I know this was kind of like a short live stream, but again, as I had highlighted in my update video, I do actually have a lot of stuff like studies and stuff that I need to tend to, and so I really can't be streaming for like hour and a half or something like that, and I can't be recording for a lot. I will get back to recording, as I told you, in a few days, but for now, uh, you know, I have to bid goodbye. So yeah, so that is it for this stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed this app. This entire stream and all of this entire stream will be available on YouTube after it's been shot. So you know, you can, if you want to view it, it's up to you. All right, so that is it for this stream, and until the next time I see you guys, bye bye.